in 1975 in Italy, a small kid once went to a fair with his parents, and first ever in his life he saw a computer, and he asked about it to his parents. His parents was not that much into computer. They didn't know much about computer back then, as majority of people who lived in 1970s. So they just give him a random idea that this is something which can do anything. And that is what that kid took as a computer for. So eventually when he grew up and realized that there are things this computer cannot do, he made the goal of his life to invent something that can literally do almost everything. The name of that guy was Massimo Benzi. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Then Massimo Benzi, along with his team, decided to make this one chip so capable that it could absolutely change how humans look at these devices and process how things are done on it. In 2005, Benzi and his team came out with the infamous Arduino Uno. So the idea of this chip by Benzi and his team was that this chip can do absolutely everything which no other chip can do at that time, and even today for that matter. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we are gonna review today, what we are gonna have a look at today. Because this is something which is kind of popular, but it is only popular to people who have to work on it and not to people who just wants to do things, and maybe if they understand how the Arduino thing works, they maybe can invent things which the future generation might be looking at like we do with Arduino Uno. So just as a disclaimer, I do not have an exact Arduino Uno with me, but I have Xaikoo Uno, which is kind of the same thing as Arduino Uno. It's designed in the same manner, uses the same process and everything. I was able to get it on Amazon, and this was being delivered to my address very quickly compared to the real Arduino Uno, because they are so huge in demand and I couldn't find it near my place. So I went ahead, ordered this, and took us some time to understand how this thing works, and that's the reason I'm uploading this video after such a long time, but better late than never, I guess. So before I go ahead and tell you how this thing works, I just want to show a few things you can do with just the basic knowledge of this chip. How about making an instrument? Maybe you want to have a fingerprint door locker. A robotic car doesn't sound bad, does it? How about a universal remote? We all need it every now and then. Perhaps a security system would be bad. Or how about a straight up hovercraft? Now see, these are just some basic things which you can do by learning how Arduino Uno or similar chips exactly work. And if you can understand them, making these things would be like a piece of cake for you using just this chip. Isn't it brilliant? Now obviously, in order to work with Arduino Uno, you have to understand a few basic computer systems method and how chips exactly work, and it's not something which is gonna be super easy and everything when you get it on your hand. You have to give some time, you have to devote a little bit of yourself into this thing, but once you understand it, boy, is it the best thing out there in the world to experience. Arduino uses C++ as their main language, so if you have a basic knowledge of C++, and honestly when I say basic, I mean the most intermediate level, if you know that, you will have a very easy time learning how Arduino Uno works, and you can basically have an idea of how it functions when you are using it in anything out there. Now it is impossible for me to cover everything, how Arduino Uno programming is done, how it is set up, how it is programmed, and how various functions are done in this thing. But what I can do is link a playlist in the description which will tell you in very depth how programming in Arduino is done, and if you can follow through that video, you will be a pro in Arduino Uno and making it work, making it flow or do whatever you want in absolutely no time. Now here's a quick unboxing of Arduino Uno I received a few days back. And that's the beauty of this chip. This chip can perform various tasks, and all you have to know in order to make it work It's just some basic computer programming. If this thing is more accessible to people, people will know how to work in this and make their life much more easier, and maybe invent things that can be truly remarkable in future and could help humanity as a whole. So definitely check out the link in the description to see how Arduino Uno work and build something outstanding which you have always dreamed of maybe having in your house. A self-built drone, I don't know, a hovercraft, an alarm, I don't know, there can be a billion things you can make using this. So definitely check it out, definitely work on it, and let me know in the comments down below, what would you do if you would have the access to this thing and would be able to build absolutely anything and would know the programming? What is that one thing which you would love to have self-made with yourself at any given time? And that is it for this week, guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you guys have an amazing time. I'm so sorry the videos are coming late. I've been working on something really big, so it will absolutely come in a few days or a few weeks, I don't know, but I'll keep you guys posted about it, and see you guys in the next one. Bye, take care.